Let's do this. Light, clickety clickety clack, and a lobster song. We
Caribou with a whole bunch of dudes and a couple really cool chicks. Come here to learn, come here to teach. Mostly we come to bullshit. Caribou heart, we all play our part in this cannabis game. Caribou heart, come pop a squat, recreate, or just kill your pain. Rolling up weed into a bunch of dudes and a couple dang dab hits. Laughing along, getting real stoned. Don't forget, dear Uncle Rick. Caribou heart, we all play our part in this cannabis game. Caribou heart, come pop a squat, recreate, or just kill your pain.
All right. Oh, fuck. I got all fucked up by the welcome live chat thing in Colton's screen. There's like, what's going on there? The screen's going to blow. Good
That's
morning,
funny.
everyone. How we all doing today?
Morning, everyone.
Morning. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, my Zoom shut down and came right back. So
Yeah, it's like, I guess Paula doesn't want to go live.
It's okay. It's early. We get that. It's understandable.
I don't know what my computer's problem is, but good morning.
Hey, it's a happy Tuesday. So, yeah, I was hanging out with Paula pre-show there, letting everyone in, fucking fully ready for work, as you may or may not be able to tell, sitting outside, kind of going, oh, for fuck's sakes, it's pissing bullets right outside right now, like that. The kind of like, when I didn't even go outside to find out, I went for my morning piss and walking by the front door, and you could just hear the gutters just. I was like, oh my fucking God, I don't want to go out there. And then you spend the next hour or so kind of getting ready for work, and you're like, oh please no, I don't want to. Basically just hoping that the foreman doesn't want to go to work today. No phone call. Shit, we're gonna go to work. He's a couple minutes late. Oh fuck, maybe there's hope. And he comes into the driveway and ended up he had dead battery overnight and was having issues on his way to pick me up. He's got about a 45-minute drive to come grab me. And so we get to the station where we part, where we're picking up our next guy, and kind of just, well, guys, we can go to work, and there's a good chance the truck's going to break down while we're at work today. And which, tow trucks are easy to come by and stuff like that around here, but it also means possibly trying to repair a truck in this rainy, shitty ass day, which we don't want to be working in the first place. So we kind of took a vote on that and said, I don't want to be fucking laying and crawling in the fucking mud underneath a truck trying to get that fucking son of a bitch to go. So here we are. But the good thing is I get to hang out with all y'all awesome motherfuckers this morning. So happy Tuesday.
Hell yeah, man. We're glad to have you.
What you smoking on, Paula?
Some lemon tart.
Ooh, sounds good.
Yeah, it's got just enough lemon in it that I can smoke it in the morning without making me too ampy as I
getting the amps.
Yeah, no, not too many amps.
Awesome. How about you, Colton? You smoking on anything yet this morning?
I've got my trusty can of coffee going here. Got a little tickle in the throat from the kids this morning, so I'm
screaming at them again. Hey, I get that.
Yeah, it happens. yeah, those little shits. No, they're good. So it was just a long weekend with some visitors and company here for about 4 days. So
good times.
Bound to happen, but yeah, it was good.
Well, that's some good times. I myself, I'm smoking on some Hawaiian snow here, getting to be more towards the tail end of it too, which I'm just like, because I love it. It's like I've said, this is the first one that Ashley and I both were just like, yeah, we need to keep that in the rotation. Usually it's she likes one or I like one, which is, hey, fair enough. All one of us has to do is call it out. I like that one, and it sticks around for a bit, right? This one is both of us. And what am I knocking over? Knocking shit over at the feet. Yeah, it's great stuff.
Right on. Cheers, chat. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, cheers.
I really enjoy having the screen up here, on the screen here. Cool. That's kind of cool shit, being able to read the comments and stuff like that.
Well, I figured the other day actually, my internet shut off on me. I think it was last week's show. Like it totally shut me down. It threw me out of the Zoom. It closed Zoom, like everything. And it's because I pulled up chat on my phone while I was having the Zoom going and watching it on YouTube on my other monitor. So I had three things pulling the Wi-Fi. So I figured I can't even pull up my phone to watch chat. So I gotta have it now. But yeah, I quite enjoy that it's there for everyone to see. Makes it a little bit easier to keep up with chat and the show at the same time.
Well, that's the thing is I can do one or the other. It's really hard for me to pay attention to the chat, and then often what's going on in chat is also behind, and so when you see the people talking, and it'll fuck me up, and I'll kind of go, huh, what? And yeah, so this is great. I can see Donkey Kongington in there. That's fucking great.
Yeah, cheers.
Bitchin'. What's
cheers,
up,
brother?
Green Goddess?
Bro,
love
bitchin'.
you,
Good
Trisha
morning.
Walker. So it's going to be a great
All right,
show.
so while we're talking to chat, I'm going to throw this link up here in chat. Should I throw that up right now, Caribou?
Yeah. Is this the
right.
Bud of the Week link that we were talking about earlier?
No, this is for the quiz, or not quiz, the questionnaire, so we can get some content going for the website and just to use on the show for fun, whether we want to poke fun at people or spotlight something cool someone said or whatever.
All right. Well, Colton's quiz is mandatory, everyone. We got cattle prods. Fill it out.
That's
I
right.
want to know what you want to see.
All right, so right
and we
there
can tell if
chat.
you're lying too. So answer honestly. We expect you to be
Yeah,
honest.
we'll know.
I was going to say we know your address and watch out for the mailboat. That's illegal,
Yeah.
so let's not do that.
You want to know how dumb I am? I just tried clicking on the link on the Zoom chat here. It doesn't work that way.
Just smoke another one, Caribou. You'll be fine.
That's hilarious.
We're off to a good start today. Well, because here's the thing is, like, I've been able to get into the Caribou Heart TV website a couple times, but it's password protected all the hell. Like Colton has that thing locked down. And he let me get in to see the merch section at one point in time. And then when we were talking last week, I think it was, I tried actually finding caribouhearttv.com and specifically entered that in, and I couldn't even find it. It came up with like every YouTube video we've ever done and like freaking Patreon, which I usually can't find, and all this other shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
okay,
it's because I haven't put in the search engine stuff yet.
Okay.
Into the back end, so it's not. Yeah, it won't pull anything. It won't pull anything until it's all launched, and that's just so that I didn't want it coming up if people searched it, because then Google picks up on that, and then they mark that as somebody came and checked this site, but there's no content on it right now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, it's just a way of keeping it kind of hidden, so Google doesn't think that that's the full site. Because Google does what's called an index on the website. And when they index it, they mark all the content, they mark everything that's in the website so they can use it for search stuff. So if I had it set right now and allowed Google to index it, then it would index in a half empty site. So yeah.
Okay.
That's why everyone's locked out. Can someone, I can't, for some reason,
Oh,
would you be able to pin that in chat there? Possibly.
I think he froze. I was like, he asked for something, and then I didn't hear what he asked for. Colton.
Well, it's hard to tell because it's like when one person freezes, it's like everyone else freezes. I think like almost instinctively to see if it was them or everyone else, and then everybody comes still for a second.
Yeah.
So what did you want, Colton?
Can you just pin that comment in chat for the link?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know if I can.
It won't. Yeah, it won't let me pin it for some reason.
There we go.
Okay, sweet.
Actually, I'm gonna click that link too, just so that I'm in there. And then I'll do my usual leave the web page opening my screen until I get a million of them up there, and then I'll just get tired of it, close it all out.
Oh shit, my dogs.
So I got a really fucking awesome mail call yesterday. Something I haven't even talked about on Instagram and shit like that yet. Just kind of the people that have been in our Discord. I posted up a couple pictures yesterday. So Ross to Jeff's Irie direct that he's had been going on there. I hit him up after last time he was on our show was at about a month and a half, 2 months, I don't know, somewhere in around there. And he had mentioned that he had some Afterglow crosses on there. And I was just like, oh, hot shit, that is. Specifically the Rhombus, which is Chem 4 to Afterglow. And then the Wombat, which was New York City Diesel to Afterglow. I was like, fuck, that just sounds bomb as hell to me. So I hit him up in a DM, and I've got myself some Wombat Rhombus Fems and popped 2 each of those last night. And then another one that he threw out there was Blue Raspberry Truffle to Afterglow. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'd love to have a pack of that too. So I believe that's this one called Fluffhead right here. I need to get a hold of him to actually confirm that one. And then also on top of that, we got ourselves some Moon Tower and some Firefly and some Lemon Sunrise. Lemon Sunrise being Lemon Jeffrey to Arise, and the Firefly being the Lemon Skunk he made the Lemon Jeffrey with cross to Firefly. So that was fucking awesome. And I was kind of starting to wonder because, you know, when you got the tracking number, and the same thing happened when Paula sent a package to me before Christmas. It went to wherever her post office sent it to, like over, I think it was around somewhere in Illinois, around Chicago. And then it just, you know, it still shows that it's sitting in whatever city it's sitting in. It never moved past that first stop. And the same thing happened with this package. And, you know, I was like, fuck, I used to work at a freight warehouse, so I get it. Shit goes the wrong way sometimes, and shit will get lost. Sometimes shit just disappears entirely altogether, never to be seen again. But, you know, it's like, okay, we'll chill out. We'll be patient. And it was just kind of at the point where I was right about to start contacting couriers and stuff like that, just to say, because every time I go into the tracking app for that kind of stuff, it says last updated 21 days ago. And I'm like, well, fuck, there should be something new by now kind of thing, right? Is this another package gone missing type shit? And we go and hit up the post office yesterday, actually expecting maybe something from Raider, because he had mentioned that he had sent something a while back. And Dash comes out of the post office carrying a little box. And it was just like instantly fucking ripping into it, because he told me Raider had sent it in her name, and this one was in my name. There's only one thing I think of. So I'm looking for a shipping address. I was, did it come out of Pueblo? Did it come out of Pueblo? And sure enough, it fucking did. So Ross did, yeah, fucking, you are a bad motherfucker. That thank you for being able to get those out to me. I'm excited. So I got 2 each of the Wombat, the Rhombus, and the Fluffhead going on right now. I had to get those in the dirt. It was exciting stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like a killer lineup. I can't wait to see you grow them
Yeah,
out.
that's what I was gonna say. Those all sound like wicked crosses.
Mhm.
I'm getting ready to actually pop my Donatello. I'm gonna pop a couple of them here soon. I just started my next round in the flower tent, so I'm gonna get some new veg stuff going.
Nope. Nice.
And Donatello is gonna be in there. Raspberry Diesel by Afghani from You is going to be in there. And I don't know what else, actually. I got a bunch of stuff, so I got to make some decisions, I guess.
It'd be really interesting seeing how that Raspberry Diesel by Afghani turns out. That was one that kind of, in the old life, in terms of my growing with the Raspberry Diesel, was probably one of my top 5 things that I'd ever grown. And it was, I never took any cuts off it. Because it was back when I was kind of still newer to growing and was only doing 3-4 plants at a time sort of thing. And I always wanted to get back to running it to see if I could find that pheno again or something close to it, just see how it worked. But I never ran, because you know how it is. You got seeds fucking that you want to run. All of a sudden somebody fucking drops a whole
Yeah.
bunch of beans in front of
Yeah.
you, and all of a sudden those are more important now. So I am really interested in how that turns out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've done it once, and I actually cloned it, and then I ended up running the donor of the clone just in a solo cup. And I didn't get a like great bud from it just because it was in a solo cup and it wasn't a priority. It was kind of an extra thing in the tent. But the smoke, the flavor was still great. The effect was still great. It was really like larfy, fluffy buds because it didn't, I grew it in a solo cup. So I'm excited to see see what I can find in there because the raspberry and strawberry diesels are both some of my favorite smokes so far. So
I really enjoyed it. I see Adam's comment up here. The fluff head is GG4 by Afterglow. You know what? I would still be extremely happy with that too. That was not on the list of goodies that I was given by RJ when I was talking to him. The three I was given was the Rhombus, Wombat, and then just one that he said was Blue Raspberry Truffle by Afterglow. And then I got a package labeled fluff head. So that was that assumption how I made that one.
I got a question for chat, and maybe Adam might know this one. Is there big differences between New York City diesel and East Coast sour diesel? So I'd be interested in knowing because I've heard the two starting to come out and be used quite a bit. So
What about Blue City diesel? I've seen that a lot around here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was just watching a thing on YouTube recently. I fucking trying to think of who it was. I want to say it was James Loud, but I could way be off on that. About the kind of differences between East Coast diesel and West Coast diesel.
Mm-hmm.
And like East Coast is apparently, I'm more kind of West Coastish because I'm on that side of the country. So I try to be like, our side of the country is better. But apparently, the East Coast shit is fucking a lot more pungent, a lot more dank, and I can't recall all the ins and outs of the conversation. But
I've heard that the true diesel from the East Coast is supposed to be super, super sour. But maybe that's the East Coast sour diesel versus the New York City diesel. I don't know.
So real fast, guys. Let's talk about some pea salad though, real fast. So
we could do that.
This is something I enjoy in the South, especially because it's a cold like salad, barbecue, whatnot. So this is 2 cans of sweet peas that have been drained. And I did refrigerate them so that they're nice and cold. You got about a cup of shredded cheese, a little bit of bacon. It's about 3/4 of a cup. You can do more or less. I chopped up some onion. And then the infusion for this, if you want, is the mayonnaise. I did put half and half, so it's half regular mayo or Miracle Whip, and then half of the mayonnaise. So this is how you make the dressing. You can add more to make it, more creamy if you want. But we're going to start with this. We're just going to stir it. You can put a pack of ranch dressing in it if you want. You can do some seasoning salt, some garlic, some black pepper. Just be careful on the salt content because mayo and mayonnaise is already salty, so you don't want to over salt it. But that looks yummy. And I'm going to turn this one into a ranch pea salad, a ranch bacon pea salad.
Sounds good.
And I'm only going to use about 3/4 of the pack just because, this is all concentrated powder here. And this is only about 2 cups of peas. So yeah, and then of course it is better the colder. So overnight if you can. That's why I went ahead and put my peas and everything in the refrigerator. Let it do its thing. But yeah, pea salad done. Let's eat.
So how did you infuse the mayo?
With the can of oil.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I use, I've made the mayo before on one of the other episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an egg, can of oil, vinegar, lemon juice, and I can't think if that's all or not off the top of my head, but that's not too bad.
Sounds interesting.
It's okay.
Awesome. So there were a few answers for my question on those strains. Shredder says that the New York sour diesel is more sweet and flowery. Who else said? Donkey Kong said East Coast sour diesel is more skunky. Which that makes sense, I guess. Oops. Got that down.
Can't fucking type for shit today.
I'm like, man, what we got quiet. And I'm trying to
Yeah, are we?
Yeah. Oh.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, it's Tuesday.
I didn't realize that I had the controls here.
Yeah, normally I hand them off to you like as soon as we
Yeah.
start rolling, and then I split before you guys even start talking, and then I just kind of fall into the conversation. And then when she was doing her thing, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not even supposed to be on the boss today." So I was just handing them back, and then it's like, "Oh yeah, I can't do shit now."
Yeah.
I know. I was noticing I was still pinned. I'm like, let me just step back a little bit. I get a little camera shy when it's all
Enjoy
up
her
my
salad.
face.
Actually,
Ooh, limarilla sounds delicious. I want to grow some of that.
that does sound badass, Shredder. Morning, dude.
Yeah.
Crispy Panda,
Yeah, it
see you
does.
there. I keep trying to scroll up and down on your fucking YouTube comment there on the
I do
screen,
that
thinking
too.
can
I
go
actually
through.
do it too. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I do it too. And then I'll go over to my actual window and then I start scrolling through chat and it moves it like, it makes the chat go up and down like that. I'm
Yep.
like, oh yeah, everybody else can see that. I can't just start scrolling up and down on everybody.
That
Trimming up
GMO
some
that
GMO.
Grapes got going on. That's one that I've been wanting to play with for a while now. I keep hearing a lot about that one.
Yeah.
I saw
I've
G-Bay talking about rain day earlier. That's I like to hear that through G-Bay. I got a rain day going on too.
Nice G-Bay. I actually have the Skunk Master Flex cut of GMO.
Ooh.
And the garlic fish that I just grew, and I've got 3 more phenos in flower, just going into flower right now. That's the GMO crossed by fish scale, which the fish scale is East Coast Sour Diesel by East Coast Sour Diesel by Crippy. So that's kind of funny because it's like all the strains we've been talking about this morning so far.
You got a lot of fuel
crossed
going on
together
in
there,
your
so-
area, is what you're saying. That's awesome. I've
Yeah.
just kind of been able to start my searches for that. Like, it's not like I've always loved fuel, but I just, for whatever reason, the last year and a half or whatever, I have the most of genetics I've acquired just haven't been fuel. So I started with Adam's Grapple Fritter. That one's got some heavy fuel and rubber to it. And then I started with the machine. One pheno doesn't really have all that much fuel to it, but the other one smells a lot like the one that Adam, his Grapple Fritter there. And then like these Afterglow crosses crossed up with like Hemp 4 and New York City Diesel and shit like that. So there should be some impressive stuff coming out, and that was really fucking exciting.
Awesome.
I don't think I said hi to Bud the Smoking yet. Let's shout that dude out. Actually, can we do it?
Yeah,
down front
and
for
we'll
Bud
go
the
ahead and
Smoking?
I was already
Great.
had it queued up.
Yeah. We love you, buds. You are one awesome motherfucker. Actually, speaking of buds, so he's the dude that's doing. Well, he did the dap frog that we're checking out right now, which is fucking amazing. But he also did up all the merch designs and stuff like that, putting our logos and stuff on, all that good stuff. And now that we're live on the air, Colton, how far off are we from that being launched? Last time I talked to you not too long, we said we were getting real close. He's just like, fuck you, Caribou. Don't do that. Oh, he muted himself. I see how that works.
No, I got it. I just,
You're back.
there's too many buttons. I got too many buttons over here. No, the merch stuff, I was hoping to have it done this weekend, but just with our company coming, I totally forgot we had company coming Thursday to Sunday. So yeah, that'll be the merch stuff will be ready in the next day or two. And then once we start getting some of these answers coming in from the questionnaire, then we can fill in some of the content for the site and have it launched hopefully within the next week and a half, 2 weeks. But that might be a little longer. We got to have a review, right? We got to have everybody kind of go through it and check it out. So it'll be ready to review and have people go through it within the next week and a half or 2 weeks. And then if everything's good from there, then we can just hit the button and send her live. So
that would be cool as hell. I see Adam saying that he's gonna be trimming up some of that sideways Betty tonight. That looks phenomenal. That yes, if anyone watched yesterday morning show, that was one of the competitors in the this week's Bud of the Week competition.
I was just fixing to mention that.
Awesome.
I love the colors in that, the green and like the rosy red, or purple looking colors that it had. It was a gorgeous throw, Adam. Yeah.
Donkington.
I totally had something else to say and I totally forgot about it. I'm such a stoner this morning. Oh, Colton, how is your grow after the whole hailstorm and whatnot?
It's alive. So I did end up losing a majority of my tomatoes, which sucks. Because those are like, that's kind of what our main focus was this year. I have about 3, maybe 4 that might pull through and produce some fruit. I haven't been able to find very many at the nurseries or at the stores or anything like that. Most of the tomatoes are all scooped up already. So yeah, unfortunately I had planted 22 tomato plants and I've got about 3, but I've got some seeds started for the garden tower again, so I can get that filled back up. Yeah, strawberries. I mean, everything else in the garden got kind of beat to shit, but most of it will survive. Like all of the beets are okay. I lost all the tops, right? So I don't have any beet greens. The corn's pretty shredded, but it is starting to kind of grow through the shredded stuff already. It'll be interesting to see kind of what happens in the next couple of weeks, because we had that hail. We had 3 or 4 days of just downpour, and then we had the hail, and we've had like 1 sunny day since then. So it'll be interesting to see if anything really grows, if we get any sunlight here for a bit. But yeah, so we'll have lots of garlic and strawberries and beets.
Right, high and tight.
That's about it.
Is hungover, I guarantee you. And what's up, Hurton?
Cheers, Hurton. Morning, brother.
Well, I'm glad you have a few things survive. And I want to talk about this tower garden. How well do you really like it? And what items do you grow in it? Like everything or just herbs?
Well, to be honest, this was the first time that I loaded it up. We tried it inside a couple of years ago. We tried it inside, and I tried just a shitty like these 4-arm bendy arm grow lights from Amazon. It was like $50, so I should have expected nothing. And I got nothing. They're just not powerful enough to grow, right? So this was our first real shot at it, and there's 4 little baskets that survived on the side that was facing away from the hail. And if everything had survived, then it would have been fucking awesome, because there's like it's growing quite well. And the cheapo Amazon nutrients I bought are working great. So, but yeah, it's mostly, you do like mostly greens and stuff like that, but then you can do some fruiting stuff. Like you can do cucumbers or tomatoes and stuff around the bottom of it. But I can't hear you, Paula. You're muted.
I know. I realized I was muted. Sorry, I had a
You're
snarl
muted this
come
time.
across my face when Shredder said something about a strawberry garlic beet. Something I didn't even like.
Strawberry garlic beet.
Beets is never going to be on my menu. By the way, the only thing beets is good for is maybe some coloring, dyeing. Like back in the day, they used to use beets to dye stuff. I'm all about using beets for dyeing. I am not going to eat one.
You don't eat beets, really?
Ew.
Why? They're delicious.
They're gross. No, they're not. They taste like fucking dirt. First of all,
right.
you know how George Carlin has the list of 7 dirty words, right? I kind of had a similar list of 7 foods that I'm definitely allergic to. Otherwise, I could die instantly. And beets actually used to be on that list because they are fucking disgusting, in my opinion. But when I started doing like smoothies and juicing and stuff like that, beets are one of the things that, you know, I am aware that they are insanely good for you, but they do taste like dirt. And we can put that in. So I started throwing them in juices and sometimes in blender smoothies and shit like that. So
fair enough.
I've kind of, you know, my 7 dirty foods that I shall not eat lest I blow up, die from grossness. You know, it got reduced by one.
Beets and asparagus are never on my menu. I don't care where I'm at, what we're doing.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
What about pickled beets? You don't like pickled beets? That's all right. No. I don't like pickled beets, but
like that's where you might as well have some pickled pig feet or something in a jar next to the pickled beets. Like hell no.
Well, you should have seen the fucking reaction you got out of Ashley just then. It was just like it was awesome. It was awesome.
Then you should be a 9-year-old kid walking up to the counter with your dad and you see pickled pig feet in a jar and you're like totally disgusted. You don't even want to buy the soda or the candy bar.
Then you look over and there's the beets. They're just as bad.
Like, dude, it's awesome. She was still just pearl plucking.
That's funny. Yeah. Well, I'll do an infused beet recipe one morning then.
Oh, Hurtin, how is that pure love? I'd actually be interested in that. How was that, buddy? I see Donkey Kongington there. Said he likes to talk to a beet. I don't mind beet greens. I do because when I do my smoothies in the morning, I like to throw a handful of spinach in there. But oftentimes when I go to the store and get a thing of instead of just spinach, I'll get the morning mix and it'll have like beet tops and shit like that in there too. My understanding is that is actually the healthiest part of the plant is the tops.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Thank you, Kingfish. I totally forgot we were on Spotlight.
Cheers, Dr. Leave it alone. Great to see you.
Yeah.
Johnny Blaze, good to see you. Actually, I'd be interested in grape. How was that? About Amy's Aces. That stuff looked fire.
Whoops.
Are we getting some special access there, Colton? That we're like all of a sudden it was flashing over there. I was like, oh, we're getting into the dirty pile, or you know.
No, I clicked the wrong screen. I have to keep the chat up. I have to keep it on my screen, and I clicked down to the wrong screen.
Well, how was y'all's Canadian Day? Because y'all had y'all's day on Friday.
You know what? I am proud to say that we did absolutely fuck all this weekend. Like the kids were both gone, both of our daughters. So it was just Ashley and I. And well, ideally was here for a good chunk of the day Friday. But after that, we just kind of hung around. We watched movies. She found on Tubi, the streaming service, this documentary series, Dark Side of the Ring, I think it is, where it's like all talking about mysterious deaths and shit like that within the wrestling industry. And like, but like old school wrestlers, like they're talking like Macho Man Randy Savage, you know, like Gorgeous Gino Hernandez and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And we just dorked right the fuck out. Just did the gardening that needed to be gardened and hung out, watched movies and docu-series and shit like that. And it was great. I woke up yesterday feeling rested and happy. Woke up today, same thing, until I looked outside and saw the rain and was like, oh, please God, why do you hate me so much? So yeah, it was good. How about you, Colton? What did you guys get up to? I know you had family in there, not family necessarily, but visitors.
Yeah, so we had our friends from Southern Alberta come up for a few days, and they've got the exact same, almost the exact same size family and their daughters. Let's see, their oldest daughter is like a month or two older than ours, and they have 3 daughters as well. So the girls got to just run around and be wild and crazy. And I got to my wife's friend's husband has just recently got into cannabis, like within the last year and a bit. So I got to get him super baked, which was a lot of fun. We smoked like 8 or 9 joints
good.
on Friday and Saturday both. So that might actually be why I got a tickle in my throat. That's a lot more joints than I usually smoke in a day. So
Yeah, I know all that.
but yeah, it was really good. No fireworks out here, but it was pretty good.
That's
Dude,
you know
let me
what,
talk
man?
about
Like,
American stupidity real fast.
Yeah,
this morning, okay. So I woke up to I had the news on this morning, having some coffee, enjoying my day, and by like the first 5 minutes, there's like 30 house fires and major events like that had fireworks. They had like 6 injured people from exploding fireworks setups, like professionally done, and they're exploding. Well, us people down here in the States, you know, we're in the city, we're not supposed to pop them anyways. So they do, and then they pick up their trash and then they put it in their plastic trash can. And then the next thing you know, in the middle of the night, you got a house fire. So I had like 30 house fires on the south side over here, it seemed like. So yeah, stupid people. Learn to wet that shit down first. And I have to say, I love what Donkey Kong put up there about Amy's a slut. She's been around forever, but everyone loves her. That's fucking great. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm just going to get our history loaded up here and we can do that quick.
I was reading G-Bay's comment too about the onion garlic. That sounds amazing. Oh, you're going to have to pause because I got to.
Oh, I paused it.
Okay. Evidence of hemp being one of the earliest crops to be cultivated is found in Asia. It spreads rapidly in Europe, Africa, and South America, where seeds and oil were used for pottery and food mainly.
Paula, this is awesome. I love this segment that you guys do right here. This is
and it was a short and simple one, but I do think that's fucking amazing that they were using hemp, you know, fucking 8,000 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
well, and it's crazy how long it was actually used in history throughout history for different things. Like I'm huge on the treasure hunting shows. I've watched almost every treasure hunting show on TV. And there's a new one on Netflix that just came out. It's gold, or what is it? Something they're looking for gold on Adak Island, which is up in Alaska. And it had
just started that one last week ago. Yeah.
Oh my God.
First episode.
Oh, it's awesome. You got to finish it. It's great.
Okay.
But they were talking about, you know, the hemp ropes that the pirates and the old sealers and all these guys used to use on the ships and stuff, like throughout the
he just died, didn't he?
Every rope that they used was made of hemp.
Yeah, you think of how big of like oh shit, look who's coming in here, fucking fashionably late as usual.
Sorry guys.
It's all good, man. We're happy you're here.
I had some shit to do this morning.
All
Can you
good.
hear me?
All good.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder what the hemp cultivation fields looked like back then, because
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I
that
was
like what
thinking
they
about
back
that
then, I'm
too.
sure they weren't fucking around, and they probably wasn't a lot of separating males from females because they weren't necessarily concerned about that, right? They were more
Mhm.
concerned, like, hey, let's get this fiber so we can make a rope, maybe clothing. Maybe they might have been using it for that back then.
Yeah.
You know, they just like, what did they have, like fields upon fields of it, kind of
Well,
like olives back in the Roman Empire days, right? That was a huge crop because they used olives for so many different things, like eating, for oil, for making lamps and shit like that. You know, let's go on.
Well, it probably was a fairly large field because, according to the history, Asians are where it started, and they used it like a 5 grain. And so they literally brought it over to South America, and then they, just kind of migrated it from there. So with that being said, I mean, they had big fields in Asia of that. And then it brings in question, did they do it like the rice fields? Was it a super like swampy or stuff? So it just makes you question our modern growing techniques too a little bit.
I would suspect probably not so swampy, because most cannabis plants that I've fucked with get really pissed off at me when I give them too much water. So, but you see a lot of terraced gardening in places like Asia though, right? So you have maybe your rice paddies and stuff down below where water's going to collect, and then a few levels up where they're not going to be have their feet wet all day every day.
Yeah.
Then you have your cash, or maybe not going to say cash crops. You see where my mind's thinking these days. You got your fucking hemp crops sitting there for whatever. Yeah, every once in a while you'll hear about like another like mummy or body that's been unearthed from like thousands of years ago, like a medicine man, shaman or whatever. They'll have fucking hemp or pouches full of fucking hemp seeds or stuff like that. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, I'd be interested in learning their process in making the rope from hemp, like just breaking down the plant to get the fibers, and how do you actually make that into a rope? Because that'd be cool to learn how to do that. Like, I got some fucking stalks I could spin into rope.
Somebody sits there and like breaks that stem down till it's like just in fibers.
So it's just all stringy and fibrous. What was that, Prophet?
You can probably pull it. And like you said, in fibrous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like they do that with bamboo and shit sometimes.
Yes, exactly. How they do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'd be fun to actually try that a little bit. Make yourself a little like hemp bracelet or something that was from a plant you grew.
Yeah, that'd be
kind of neat. How long would stay green? Or if it would like actually get hard, or if it would stay soft, and malleable.
I think it would depend. Like if you put like some beeswax or some sort of oil into it too, right, to help it get some strength and make it last longer.
Okay, I could definitely reinforce
next time we harvest, we all make hemp rope, and let's figure out who make the best hemp rope.
That's an idea. I mean, can we use veg ones? Would that be better? Is a hemp rope better taking it from large veg stems, or is it better taking it from actually dried out?
Well, it can't be dried out.
Plant.
It'll snap if it's dried out, so you're gonna have to.
All right, somebody go cut down one of their live plants, and we'll find out.
All right, pick one.
A big one.
Talk to Uncle Rick. He works with stems a lot.
Oh, it makes a great rope.
Sweet Kingfisher. I'll have to go check that out. Kingfisher said there's a video of a guy doing that on Reddit a couple months ago, so you might have to see that. Oh, Future Cannabis Project is already on it. Just posted a vid about ancient Artesian Turkish hemp and processing. What do you got there?
That just saves us the trouble then. We don't have to worry about that.
Oh, there we go. Kingfisher just posted a link in there. So now which screen do I click on to copy that link? There we go.
I got some Devil's Club bark here. This is the shit that I was processing I got a nice container of this, and then another one about 2/3 the size of this that are full with fucking Devil's Club bark that we're gonna use for herbal medicinal purposes. Really excited about that.
I watched you play with your stick yesterday.
Very
It's a good show.
vigorously, I'm sure you noticed.
Yeah, it's bent.
Yes,
That's condition.
it was erotic, very erotic. I see you getting excited over that one, Prophet.
I was wondering whether or not you got to slice your thumb open and be like, yes, there's the ratings. They're going up.
No, because I was fucking like extra stupid, fucking careful not to do that because fuck, it'd be like, who wants to be that guy?
I've been that guy once.
Well, I trust me, I've cut myself doing stupid shit, but that was like a long time ago, and hopefully that shit stays a long time ago. And hopefully I can teach my kid to be smarter than I was a long time ago, so she doesn't have to make my stupid ass mistakes in those regards. Jelly sticks are like, it's basically Jello in a tube. Tubes are about, fuck, I don't know, 6 inches long, something like that, and about like that. Fucking
Like a Goger?
Sure. Why don't even know what that is.
That's
It's a yogurt in a tube.
It's a yogurt,
Yogurt
in a
in a
tube.
tube, yeah.
Yeah, probably a lot. It's
Here, I
kinda
got one.
like,
I'll show you.
you know, like a freezy,
Whoa, don't whip out your
but
Goger
Jello in
tube.
it, I guess would be the
Yeah,
easiest thing.
Paul are gonna whip it out now.
Yeah, but
Oh.
smaller.
Now we just
Blue
gotta
tubes.
infuse that.
It's the
That's
all
what I
new-
was just thinking. I was literally like, how are you going to infuse that too,
I
Paula?
think we can infuse this. I'm thinking about it now on how to do it.
Right.
And then you just cheat and you use a vacuum sealer and you fucking lay out piles and then it'll suck it in. You can cut them. Now you made your own little fucking infused Goger tubes. Shit, did I just create something?
Cheers, Christoph.
Yeah, cheers. That's a lot of work for some boob tubes. You need a professional machine.
Cheers, Rick.
Mhm.
Once again, I'm trying to scroll up. I see, you know how it is when you see the thing go up. You're like, oh, hey, wait, I just saw two.
Oh,
I want to say
I
hi
did.
to them, but I can't see who they are anymore.
Cheers
I can't see
to
anybody.
Detroit River Rat too. I see him up there. Too.
There, I'll scroll up a little
Yes.
bit.
Thank cool.
Yeah, I'm on
I just-
my phone. Cheers, everybody. Supreme, King, Donkey, Detroit, Buds, Adam.
Uncle Rick made it. Bye.
I see Adam talking about metal
Crystal.
detecting. That's something I've always been found really intriguing. In the Caribou region, it's kind of famous for gold rush days.
Mhm.
After San Francisco, the next big hit was up in Barkerville, British Columbia, which is only a couple hours from here. So you got this gold rush trail thing. You got all these old buildings that are from like early 1900s, late 1800s. And I've always wondered that if a person were to take a metal detector in around there, would you find anything cool?
I got a brand new metal detector.
I'm sure you would. I'm sure you'd find
Profit, you would
something.
have to leave town for that to be of any use for me, though. And I don't
I've
see you
been
leaving
lea-
your town
I've
anytime
been
between
leaving
now and
town,
ever.
all right? I've been leaving town, unfortunately. Maybe that's why I'm so cranky.
I feel you're kind of like the Tom Green character on that road trip movie where everybody else fucked off on this trip and you're just like, no, I'm just gonna stay home, guys. Play with the snake.
Yeah, yeah. I would definitely be that. Now I'm getting used to road trips again after doing it for a couple of months and being in a car for 6-7 hours. You get kind of used to it, but you also get annoyed. And then you realize, oh yeah, driving kind of hurts. Like your back, your arm, like after a while, you're like, why are these muscles so sore? And you're like, oh, I haven't used them in a while. I haven't been driving. Like, when's the last time I had to keep my arm up here? You know what I'm saying? For fucking however long, you know? So has everybody else got shit weather? I got a cloudy day. I'm actually outside. My house is like
It's
kinda
Oh, yeah.
crazy at the
up
moment.
here.
Dude, I didn't
Those are
even
the-
get to look outside. Like I was walking by the door to go take a leak, and friggin' all of a sudden you just hear the gutters outside, just like it's just like, oh my fucking god. Friggin' just kind of cringing, go look outside. You're just like, my day is fucked. It's the kind of rain that you're outside for 30 seconds and you're completely soaked to the bone. That's so that's when you're when you work outdoors, that sucks. It doesn't matter whose
Yeah.
line of work you're in. That just
Yeah.
fucking sucks. And then yeah, so waiting, kind of hoping like hell you get the call from the boss saying no work. He shows up, kind of giving me shit for not calling in sick, because then he would have not had to come to work. And this is a game that we play constantly, right? And then we get to, like I said, he was having engine problems. His battery died overnight, and then he thinks maybe the alternator, because there's some weird shit going on between his place and mine. And we get where the other guy was parked, where we'd pick him up, but it was just like suddenly we both just put it on him. We can all go home right now. It's up to you. He just sits there for your saucer plates for eyes. Mulligan. I call Mulligan. It's like, yes. Yeah.
I say we talk about this cannabis myth that I found this week.
All right, let's do it.
Myth.
I think it's fairly interesting.
Ooh, what, cannabis makes you crazy?
No, watering your plants with juice could aid or other
Oh my
flavorful
God.
liquids will improve the taste or change the color of your buds.
Where did you find that malarkey?
I know, right? Like and what's
The malarkey.
I've had somebody else tell me about this. So it says, fact, nope. Unfortunately, giving your marijuana plants OJ doesn't make the buds taste like oranges, but there are a few things you can do to grow more flavorful cannabis. Aside from choosing a tasty strain like blueberry or bubblegum, you can make small changes to your grow room to enhance the terpenes content of the plant. Terpenes are the molecules that give marijuana its flavor. So no, don't water your plants with juice.
top dressing. With
I'd be trying
Kool-Aid.
some KoolAid. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking, that'd be great if it changed the color of it. I'd be looking for that Ecto Cool or something crazy. Pink lemonade. That's where I get these pink ass buds. Tastes like lemonade.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Right.
I mean, the microbes may benefit from the sugars, which will help increase, the terpenes. But I don't know about KoolAid particularly, or OJ as a source.
Yeah, I
like,
think the dye. I think the dye
Yeah.
in Kool-Aid would probably cause some issues for sure.
that's just not even a dye. And if you read the back of a KoolAid packet, there's a lot more in it than just dye.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like someone
Yeah.
needs to find out for us. Somebody needs
I
to
will.
try grow a plant up to 6-8 inches and just start feeding it Kool-Aid first and just see what happens.
I'd start with OJ just because it's more natural. And then if it don't survive the OJ, it's
Oh no,
not
we're
a
talking
product.
Kool-Aid here. Kool-Aid is the chemicals with the dyes and all that shit. Let's just go
So
straight
Uncle
to it.
Rick can try it out as he's burning his tea light candles in his tent too.
Well, he's gonna burn the place down anyways. So he obviously has no
He's burning
finishing the
KoolAid
crop, so
candles. Okay. Sounds like my wife or something would do. Oh, let's put some tea light candles here. This will look great.
I did not bring this up. Uncle Rick did. Thank you very much. They were supposed to be warding off pests or bugs or something. I don't really remember, but he's the one who brought up the candles in the tent, not me.
That's funny. I was gonna actually say if you cut up or shred, or not shred, but if you throw orange peels in your food processor and chop them up, I know that they help keep pests away in your veggie garden. So I could see orange peels maybe on your topsoil, on top of your pots or whatever, to keep pests away. But I don't know
See,
about
now I'm
adding-
going to water with orange juice. That'll keep
Well-
all the pests away, and my plant will be thriving.
another
And
thing, think
flavorful.
about it this way
Yeah.
though. You think of all the gross shit we put on our plants to give them flavor, right? Like we literally use shit
Yeah.
on top of our plants, And how often do you get your plants come back tasting like a cow patty?
Yeah.
You know, like if anything, this stuff adds flavor. So I just, you know, looking at that from both sides of the equation, right? Like you could feel like, so.
I wonder if Tang would work as a substitute.
Thanks, Kingfisher. Yeah, it was CO2 that he wanted to add to the room, Prophet. He wanted to light the candles to add some CO2 to the room.
How much CO2 does it? You think what would you say a tea light?
That's what I was wondering about if he was doing that.
Like, I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I don't think it'd be something I would do.
So
personally.
next week's myth will be Uncle Rick's tea or candle in the
Yeah.
tent.
We need to have a side by side. All right.
Well, you have to have let's have a
Mythbusters.
Mythbusters. Let's have a
Well, I think
Mythbusters
next week's
episode.
myth we'll talk about Uncle Rick doing his mushrooms.
Ooh.
We all know that ain't happening. It's like Mother Goose. Yes, Rick, talking about you, brother. Maybe one day we'll peer pressure him enough into doing those mushrooms. One day, there's always hope.
Thought about doing mushrooms yesterday. That's as far as I got though. Was thinking about it. It was a long walk, man.
It's about
I had to
the
go all
same
the
as
way
me.
downstairs. I was like, I didn't want to go downstairs.
I don't know. Okay, so Detroit River Rat is talking about using mushroom bags for the CO2, and then Kingfisher.
I've used those.
And I do agree with that statement. Yeah, maybe a bag wouldn't give you very much, but if you're doing 3 or 4 bags, because nobody can just do one bag. It's like freaking potato chips. Once you pop, you just can't stop like the other beans.
I can fit one here. I can fit one here.
See, I did.
Fuck it, I can fit one
I
here.
used to run the mushroom bags in my tent, and then there was a live on Cannabis. It's probably a year and a half ago or so now. It was a tent grower, like intro to tent growing live panel they did on Cannabis, and I actually called, like I jumped in and asked about the mushroom bags and whether it's actually beneficial when you're growing in a tent and you're opening your tent a lot during the day, because you're just letting out that CO2 every time anyways. So yeah, that was something that was kind of there was never a solid consensus on whether or not that's totally beneficial, or if you actually just dump all the CO2 every time you open the tent, or if it's even worth it. So I don't run one anymore, just because I've got a dog and 3 kids, and we're in and out of my space all the time anyways. So yeah.
Now, if you're in a tent, would the CO2 be sucked out by your filter and fucking exhaust?
Yeah, that was the other thing. Like so Q said that he ran a mushroom bag in there. And at first he said he had it right by his exhaust fan. So he's like, I realized after the grow that I was just sucking the CO2 out the whole time. So maybe your positioning in the tent determines on how.
I would stick mine behind my fan that would oscillate. So I'd hang it right behind it and higher.
So it's
than the
sucking
plant.
it through and blowing
so
it.
it's suited out, and since it's heavier than air, it drops. That's when I was doing it in the tent.
Yeah.
Plus, it helps spread the CO2 around because the fan's oscillating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Adam says try the TNB CO2. Is that the ones in the bottles? Because I've seen those, but I also know you have to replace those every so often, and they're like 20 up here. It's like $25 or $30 for a refill. You look like you're itching to say something, Paula.
She sure did.
I was just trying to keep myself refrained from kinky Uncle Rick this morning over there with his comments.
Oh God!
Why did you want to hold it for him while he does it or something? Or
no,
I think
that was like a lot of information.
That's probably going to go pretty slow for you too, Uncle Rick. It's all gonna be slow for you there, bud. So you planned out a minute of your day. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, spa day for the dogs, eh? Fucking
Spa
dogs
day
live a
for
better
the
life than he
dogs.
does.
I think while they're having this banter, we might need that dab frog up again, Colton. Oh my,
Yeah.
they got serious.
So,
Yeah.
today he's gonna masturbate, abuse his fish, and make his dogs do stuff. This is a hell of a Tuesday for Rick.
Right? I just love that frog's ass. I know I say that every time, but it's just such a cute little ass.
Well, it is just that fine.
Right? Oh, also our tonight guest is Seed Canary Genetics. So make sure
You know what? Sorry, that is not true.
sorry.
They reached out to me
Caribou.
yesterday and they had something come up last minute. So we're gonna reschedule them for August, September, kind of whenever we got the spot and they're able to do it again. We got Yima fucking hot. He's gonna come hang out with us tonight, and we're gonna do some bullshit.
Sweet.
And
That fucking guy.
I reached out to another person. I'm not gonna mention the name because I'm not going to. But if they show up, it'll be fucking really cool. But you know, it just seems like every
You called
time I
my
fucking
mom,
say
didn't
something
you?
with. We do that. Have Prophet's mom night again too. Seems like every time I open my mouth with good intentions, shit doesn't happen. So I'll just keep my mouth shut on that. Hopefully it happens. And yeah, you motherfucking Oz gonna come hang out. He's a fucking great dude.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Awesome. Sorry, I didn't ask before, and I just looked at the guest date.
Yeah, no, it's you know what but like I
Just
I
being
told
on the
Fluff-
ball and shit.
I told
Trying.
Fluff about that one, and that's about it. So that's my bad. We've been sitting here talking for an hour and a half now, or longer than that, and I had plenty of time to mention. I didn't. So
Yeah. I just know that Colton said he had some stuff to go do here soon, so I figured we would work on what we have going on coming up. Oh, reminder of everybody in chat, go check out yesterday's show for the butt of the week.
okay, great. Shout out to our winners though. Do we want to even mention the winners, or do we want to leave them in suspense if they haven't seen it?
Well, let's leave him in suspense, and then we can announce it tonight.
Yeah, we could do that. Oh, Profi, what's this wee stuff? Are you actually going to show up tonight?
Yeah,
Holy fuck, that'd be great.
I bought a
That'd be
brand new
great.
microphone and everything, motherfucker. I'm
Well,
gonna be
get
there.
stage fright now.
Oh, I
He's
don't get
gonna
stage
have the
fright.
radio voice.
I might get shrinkage because it's cold, but I don't get stage fright.
This is me, motherfucker.
I'll have that mic up to my. I'll have it like a rapper. I don't give a fuck. I look like a little Wayne up in here. The funny part is I'm gonna have it's gonna be a tech talk with Prophet, because I'm gonna be trying to figure out how to get the microphone to actually hook up and shit. So I'm gonna have to come in early, make sure everything's running proper.
In theory, it should just be plug it in. You might
It
have
is.
to. Your computer might want to go online and download some sort of thing
Yeah,
to
there
make
might
them
be
talk.
a
but-
driver. Yeah, a driver to make it work.
Yeah, no, I don't actually have to do that. It's plug in just right into the USB port, and I just gotta went into the microphone area and pick external microphone, auxiliary microphone that I added. Should work out fine.
Fuck, that means we're gonna have to listen to what you have to say again, huh?
That's it. My opinion is gonna be coming clear across.
I was so happy for the longest time. I didn't even have to hit the mute button. It was just like your microphone crapped out and doing it for me. So it was like life was on easy street for a bit there.
I know we couldn't hear
Yeah.
anything. We just ignored him. He was just a block, huh?
I was just a block. I feel like that nowadays anyway. So I was like, fuck it. This is where I belong. I'm gonna be a block.
You're more than a block, so glad you got a voice back.
Thanks. I gotta I'll remind my wife that I'm more than a block.
It won't work. I know how that
No.
is. You tell them. They'd look at it like you're, oh, yeah, that's cute. You're trying to be important and special. Yes, you are very special to me. Don't
You're
worry.
trying to be the man. That's
Yeah.
wow.
Uncle
Here,
Rick
yes,
is
you can wear this pair
offering.
of pants today. Yes.
Uncle Rick is
She gave me
saying, let him know if you need a hand, Prophet, but I don't know if I'd want a hand after today's use.
Well, depends. Is he right-handed or left-handed?
I don't know.
He probably uses both. He's old. He gets tired.
I was
Ooh.
just gonna say he's ambidextrous.
One of them's got to work. Like I said, I'll give anybody a Dutch rudder. At least once.
What about
Well,
the
fuck, it
double
looks like Uncle Rick's up for
Dutch?
fucking something already. So
Nice. He's already banged my mom. I might as well give him a
May as
Dutch
well.
rudder, right?
Keep it in the family.
You-
Hey,
you both have been inside that vagina at one point in time or another. So
actually, I have not. I clawed my way out through the belly. I wasn't even that stupid. My dad was, but I wasn't to go through there. Besides, when I was a kid, I could see the shit that was coming in there, and I was like, I ain't fucking going through that tunnel.
fucking Paula's dying over there. This is great. I'm just watching her just like. Usually I pay attention to Fluff when funny stuff happens because he's like my Richter scale of funniness when something awesome happens on the show. But he's not here, so that's Paula today. And she did good.
Right? Like, I'm just like, I'm trying, and I can just like picture all of this, and I'm just like, oh man, not.
Oh, can you picture me every time they say push, and I'm sitting here like arms and legs spread out, holding on to the freaking uterus, like fuck no.
No.
She's gonna hit me with something if she hears me. Luckily, I'm outside.
Yeah, you both were face first in there. Just you were going out, Uncle Rick was going in. Did you say hi on your way by?
I actually use them as a speed bag, not sack.
Okay, Uncle Rick give you a reach around on the way out. Shoot. Morning 420, Ben. How you doing?
We did a couple of porno dabs and fucking walked away. I was like, the rest is yours. I've used her enough.
I loosened her up for you, brother.
Don't go falling in.
Here's a 2x4. Strap it to your ass.
Tie this rope around
Oh
you.
my God.
Maybe she did her Kegels and it got tighter in between. Who knows?
Not I.
At least Prophet.
Hey,
At least
Ma, how tight's your veg?
At least you Prophet. You didn't get the sloppy seconds. You can honestly say I was there first. Well, after your dad, you know.
Second. But like I said, C-section baby. So I never went through that canal, guys.
I love you guys. This is a great way to start the day.
Right. All right. Also, real fast on the I'll show you the pea salad one more time since
Fuck
this
yeah.
was our cook for the morning. It was really good. I can't wait. Big old dinner later with it. Just
Took you all of about what, 2 minutes to whip that together once you had all the great ingredients in place?
Yeah. I mean, it's a can of peas, it's a cup of cheese, about a 3/4 cups of bacon, and a half a cup of mayonnaise. And that infusion was the can of mayonnaise. So
Oh, well, I probably would have put like 4 or 5 cups of bacon in personally.
Well,
But
you
I teach
can.
their own.
Put more. And for the seasoning, I use ranch dressing, so it has a little bit of a ranch kick. But yeah, super easy. If you have a barbecue you're going to, whether you make it medicated or not, that's your call. But
I'm gonna have to insist on medicated, folks. Follow the recipe as Paula stated for best results. Let's face it. We want everybody happy here. But no, it's a great. And I've said this a lot of times before. I really love how you don't just kind of stick in one lane. You're not just doing baked goods for what we're doing, what you're doing here in the mornings. You bounce around and you do a lot of different stuff. You were just doing pain medication bars not long ago, right? But now it's getting to be summertime. So yeah, some of these, like a nice hot meal is nice, but when you guys are having 100-degree weather, like you were talking about earlier, That's a hot fucking day. I don't want to be turning on the stove and firing up the oven and shit like that, heating up the house any further. So
Right. So speaking of how hot and stuff, I'm gonna try to work on ice cream for you, Caribou,
oh,
because it's supposed to be 100 degrees all fucking week. So I'm not dealing with that.
You know how to make it already?
I have
I can
the
help you out.
theory. I have the theory. My only problem
Okay.
is I don't have an ice cream maker. So I was going to try to use that shake method in the bags with the ice and
Right.
stuff. But I have to, I just have to look at it and pay more attention. And
You're gonna be relying on the infused milk and everything else to do it.
yeah.
But I had a conversation come up, and I was like, you know what? We could probably do this, especially you. But infusing seasonings so that your seasonings are actually infused. That you know,
Like your
it's
dry seasonings?
barbecue. Yes, it's so.
so
I
like
mean,
a
we're in
garlic
barbecue
powder, an
season.
infused garlic powder, for example.
That allspice, fucking whatever, dude. It's just
Okay.
like
So
doing
here's the
cannabis
question
sugar.
though. Would we infuse that with like keef and just
That's
grind
what
it
I
in
was gonna
there?
say. Use
Or
decarbed keef.
do we infuse it like I did my salt?
Yeah, well, the way you would do, I imagine the best way to do it would be the same way we do the cannabis sugar.
And the salt, because the salt is done the same way.
Yeah, so, but you don't want it as obviously molasses type thing, so you're gonna have to burn it off and break it up really good to get it back to seasoning, like
You'll have to use a
consistency.
blender. Like you'll have to use
Yeah.
a blender to reblind it
Or a
up, 'cause it'll
coffee
be
thing.
like the stevia. So the stevia, when I did it, it did work, but when it evaporated out, it made it into a very hard substance. So I had to use
Mhm.
like an herb grinder or something and turn it back into a powder.
Get away
Yeah.
coffee grinder. Zip, 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 zip.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
So I mean, it's possible, but somebody mentioned it to me, and I was like, yeah, I think this is pretty much how you could probably do it. And then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, well, it is barbecue season.
Yeah.
Fuck
We should try it both ways with the keef and doing it that way.
yeah.
Well, see, and then that
Or
was the
keep-
other reason why I made the barbecue sauce a few weeks back too. You know, because you use the can of sugar
You
in
want to tell them
it,
what's wrong?
or the can of brown
Mhm.
sugar is what I did. So, and ketchup. We should learn
Yeah.
how to use ketchup. Oh, it's sugar. Wait, I've thought about this. Ketchup is coming after ice cream. I got this.
Ketchup.
Nice. Nice.
I need to bounce out. I have a washing machine repair guy here. I apparently have to do and go deal with. What's funny is I don't.
You're gonna do the washing or repairman, dude? Are you that
Well,
desperate
I
for
gotta-
bucks these days?
I don't want to admit it on the air, but you know, even though I don't
Rules
do
of
the
the road
laundry,
for free washing.
I don't do the
machine
laundry, dude. I
repair.
don't know what's wrong with it, but they want me to tell them what's wrong with it. So, I got to cut out early, so I was a little late, but I will be here later on today. And fucking, I love all you guys. And if you want, you can hold this and give it back to me later.
Cheers, Prophet.
Later,
Later, guys.
Robert. Have a good one.
See you, man.
Later,
Talk to you later, buddy.
buddy. Paula, Colin, love you guys.
Great to see
Later,
you, man. I think I'm just about I should go find something to do myself, guys. What do y'all figure? I see Raider in there. Cheers, Raider. I really like this, so I could just say hi to people like this and not get distracted typing and stuff like this. This is a really
Right.
good format.
We're gonna
you
have
guys
to steal this for
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah.
Figure it out for our show.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hell, I could even just open a window without my video and leave it on the whole time and have the chat in there even for the evening shows. So maybe we can work on something like that.
Well, I don't know what you've got going on, Colton, but I am around all day today. I will, basically I'll be chauffeuring the girlfriend to and from work and getting some dishes and all the other kind of cleanup that needs to be done because I've got no excuse not to, unfortunately. That's the issue. That's a good thing, eh? Like, oh yeah, I don't have to go to work in the rain today, but there's no excuse for not cleaning the fucking house.
Then you think about everything else that needs to be done, and it's like, yeah, maybe I will go to work.
Yeah, but so what I am gonna do is I'm beyond fucking excited about the new Megadeth album coming out September 2nd. So now we're less than 2 months for the new Megadeth. And what I found some, I can't even remember what is like Arte Music or something like that on a YouTube channel that has a whole bunch of live concerts on it. And like Hellfest is just a festival over in Europe that just happened, and Megadeth's fucking performance is on there. I'm gonna go check that out.
Nice.
So that's a fucking beyond fucking
Hell
excited
yeah.
to go make that.
Cheers, Raider.
Yes, cheers. I hope everybody has a good day, and we'll see y'all back tonight. Same channel, but it's PM instead of AM. So, you know where to
Great. So
find
less than
us.
12 hours to go, folks, and it's gonna be a great show. Like I said, we got Yuma fucking Oz gonna come hang out with us. It's gonna be fucking it's gonna be
Don't forget to
stellar.
hit the
And
like
if
button.
get the surprise guest to work out for us. Like I said, they have not even responded to me, so it's very up in the air kind of thing. But it'd be very cool if we do pull it off. So I know it's not Ross to Jeff, just in case anybody was wondering.
I was thinking that. I won't lie. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, it would be cool. It's almost worth a shot to reach out to him, but usually I've tried that with him a few times earlier this year when we've had like cancellations, and you need about a week and a half to nail him down. So.
I was gonna say, from the sounds, like when he talks about his show and his schedule and stuff, I'm like, that guy's got to have things booked like weeks or months in advance, right?
Yeah, I find that now that I talk to him on Discord, he'll usually get back to you that same day, and oftentimes within hours. But when I used to just speak to him through Patreon, it was sometimes you'd go a few days or a week with him before he'd get back to you on that one. So it's cool. But yeah, once again, shout out to him for the fucking awesome genetics we got there. We'll show those off because I'm like a little fucking kid on Christmas again. So for everybody that wasn't here off the hop, we got some Firefly, which is lemon skunk to our eyes. We got the lemon sunrise, which is lemon Jeffrey to our eyes. And then into the stuff that I'm really, really excited about. We got Pack of Moon Tower. That's the pre-98 Bubba to our eyes. We got the Rhombus, which is that's the Chem 4 to Afterglow. We got the Wombat, which is New York City Diesel to Afterglow. And the Fluffhead, which, well, there's some debate as to exactly what that is. I thought it might be one thing. Adam says he thinks it's the Gorilla Glue 4 to Afterglow. So he might very well be right. So we'll see. Either way, I'm fucking just like vibrating excited about it. So yeah. You guys got anything you all want to say before we jet?
Cheers, everyone. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you so much, guys. We love you. We love you. Support. Y'all are all